All right, thanks for unmuting me. Hello, everyone. Whether it's morning, afternoon, or evening in your part of the world, welcome to RW Solutions 17th Industry Panel Discussion. We're thrilled to have you here for today's conversation on leadership development in freight forwarding.
Hi, everyone, and I'm Joanna. It's fantastic to see so many of you here today. And before we dive in, let's set the stage with a quick poll. We'd like to know, how are you feeling right now? So check out the options on your screen and share your vibe.
All right, so how are you guys feeling? Are you super excited and ready to dive in? Are you curious to hear the insights today, or are you a little tired, wishing you had a cup of coffee to keep you up? Or maybe you just want to grab a snack and a blanket or something? Just let us know what you think. I'm going to vote for a snack and a blanket.
I'm gonna say I'm wishing I had some coffee before we started this. Right now,
right.
wow, we've got
You seeing any results there?
Insights in the lead right now. That's good.
See the poll I can't quite see the poll results. Oh wait, maybe there it is. Ah, there. All right, looks like Curious to Hear Insights is in the lead. Super excited to dive in. And 4 people want a snack and a blanket, so I'm the minority here. All right.
We got a lot of people here.
All right.
Super excited and ready to dive in. So Don, what do we have next?
Yeah, why don't you guys tell us where you're, what country you're joining us from? If everybody can just type in the chat box what country you're joining us from, just so we can get an idea of where everybody's from today.
Take a look. Nancy said she needs a coffee. And Jack, hi from Taiwan.
Netherlands in the house, Romania in the house, Ethiopia,
Istanbul,
Nepal,
India,
Nigeria, Burundi, Fiji,
wow. Lithuania,
Qatar, Beirut, Vietnam.
Hello, everyone from India.
All right, looks like we have quite the audience joining us today. Quite a lot of people joining us from all over the world, from many countries. I haven't been to probably half of these, but I'm sure you guys have. All right, so now,
that's right. So for everyone new to RW as well, we're based in Hong Kong, and we're all about fostering meaningful connections across 11 specialized freight forwarding networks, from pharma to perishables, NVOCC to FCL. We've got it all covered across regions like Africa, the Middle East, and Latin America. With over 2,200 members across 140 countries, we aim to bring together like-minded professionals for impactful business exchanges.
That is right. And so to kick things off, it's time for us to take a little bit of a group photo, everyone, so we can all see your beautiful faces. Group photo for today's panel discussion. So let's turn on all our cameras and take that photo if we can.
Hi, everyone. Turn on your cameras, please. Okay. Say hi to the camera. Let me take the page 1.
Page 1.
Okay, done. Now onto the page 2.
You never really know what page you're on, so
1.
Just keep smiling, everyone.
Say hi, everyone, or smile. Thank you.
Is there a page 3?
Then that's it.
That's it. Everyone's just really too shy. All right. So let's go ahead and keep those cameras on for our next segment, because our next segment is our open mic segment, where you get to talk about your businesses. So let's go ahead and start with our first delegate here today. How about we call on Denise Koos. Just unmute your microphone. There you go.
Hello. I wasn't expecting to talk actually, and I'm shocked.
That's okay. Where are you joining us from today?
And Turkey.
Turkey. All right. Want to tell us a little bit about your business and maybe also some fun fact about you?
Okay, actually, I just arrived Turkey yesterday. I've been in China for a business trip, and I still feel exhausted. And I wasn't expecting to talk. What do you need to say, actually?
That's okay. Just glad that you're joining us and that you've got a smile on your face and joining us here for today's discussion. Glad you're on board. And we'll say hi to some other people too as well. How about it, Joanna? Who else we're saying hi to today?
All right, let's see. Let's call on Craig Cooper.
Hi, good morning. I'm from Cardinal Global in the UK. We're headquartered in Manchester.
Awesome.
Do you have a fun fact to share about yourself with us?
I mean, it's only 8 a.m. in the UK, so maybe I need a coffee first, I think.
That's
so it's
pretty
very early over there.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just a fun fact. Something that, something just unique. Could be a favorite sports team or a favorite car or favorite book.
So my favorite sports team is Manchester United, so local team, but we're just in the process of joining X2 actually.
Oh, wow.
So we should be members fairly soon.
Okay, great. Thanks, Craig.
Awesome.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Who do we have next, Don?
All right, next up, let's call on, let's see here, Mansi Sachdeva. Hello, Mansi, are you there? I don't think she can hear us right now, so we'll go ahead and go to someone else. Let's go to someone with a big smile on their face, Jose Luis Encina. Oh, wait, you're actually going to be talking to us later, actually. Sorry. We'll go to you in just a second. Why don't we just go to an old friend, Michael Porritt. Hey, Michael.
There we go. I think I managed to unmute myself. Can you hear me?
Yep, you did it.
Okay. This is good evening from Australia, but it doesn't matter what time it is. It's b:00.
That's correct.
Hello, everyone. If you don't know me, then there's only one thing to say. I am me.
The one and only.
The one and only me. All right, great. Thanks, Michael. All right, Joanna, who do we got?
Okay, next I'm going to call on Gianna. Hi, Gianna. How are you?
Hello, sorry, just handling a troubled case.
All right, okay.
How's everyone doing?
Doing good, doing good.
Yeah, it's beer o'clock here as well. About time to wind down and look forward to the evening.
Yes.
Awesome.
I wouldn't mind a beer right now. How about you, Joanna?
After the coffee, beer would be next best. Yeah.
Espresso martini then.
Exactly.
All right, let's call on one last person. Another familiar face. How about Melvin?
Hey, how's it going? This is Melvin from Dubai, one of the directors and partners at X2 and RW Solutions. Good to see you all. Thanks for giving me the opportunity to give you all a shout out. I like the new theme, the party theme going. Don, you look cool in those glasses. So yeah, I mean, looking forward to the session. A star-studded panel. I'm excited.
All right, great. Thank you so much, everyone, for participating in the community open mic. So before we can go ahead and get on to the next portion, Joanna.
Yes, so before we dive into today's panel discussion on leadership development and freight forwarding, let's just take a moment to share a quick preview for everyone who hasn't seen it yet. Let's roll that video.
How should forwarders lead? Join us for a free virtual panel discussion on leadership development in freight forwarding this December 3rd, 2024, at 4 p.m. Hong Kong time. This event is organized by RW Solutions, featuring forwarders from our various forwarding communities of 2,200 members. Gain valuable insights as top industry leaders address key questions. How do you find and motivate talent in today's market? What are the best ways to define KPIs, measure success, and foster growth? How would you describe leadership in one word? Meet our panelists, Jose Luis Encina, founder, Luzon Management Logistics, X2 member. Niranjan Venkatesh, CEO, Cargo Line Freight and Logistics, North Star member. Wim Vertongen, Commercial Director, Antwerp Cargo Movers, G7N member. Richard Lamport, Managing Director, Calgan Global Logistics, Neptune member. Luisa Souza, Managing Director, Envo Express, Triple C and Emerge member. Get inspired by their unique leadership styles, strategies, and experiences in fostering talent and achieving success. Don't miss this chance to enhance your leadership skills and build meaningful connections. Register now.
All right, so that's just a sneak peek of what's in store. Stay tuned for an engaging discussion on building strong leadership in freight forwarding. So let's go ahead and turn the spotlight on our fantastic panelists. We're excited to introduce you to these industry leaders who will help guide today's conversation. So first up, we have Jose Luis Encina, founder of Luzon Management Logistics from Mexico and an X2 member. We also have Niranjan Venkatesh, CEO of Cargo Line Freight and Logistics from the UAE, a North Star and X2 member. Wim Vertongen, Commercial Director of Antwerp Cargo Movers from Belgium, a G7N member.
That's right, and here are the rest of our esteemed speakers. We have Richard Lamport, Managing Director of Calgan Global Logistics from Australia, a Neptune member. Jean-Paul Cares, Overseas Agency Manager of LV Shipping and Logistics BV, part of the Royal Dutch LV Logistics from the Netherlands, who is also a CLN member. Luisa Souza, Managing Director of NVO Express from Portugal, a CCC and Emerge member. Thank you all for being here.
All right, so let's get started with the discussion. So today's topic is all about leadership development in freight forwarding. And we've got a great lineup of questions ready to spark some interesting insights. To get the best experience, we recommend switching to the side-by-side speaker view here on Zoom. And we prepared 5 questions for our speakers today. So Joanna, we'll start with that first question. Could you just give us a short introduction about your company and a fun fact about yourself? So we can start, of course, with you, Jose.
Hey, hello, how are you guys? This is Jose Luis Encina. I'm the founder of Luzon Management Logistics. We are located in Monterrey, Mexico, which is one of the largest cities in Mexico. So we just celebrate our 16th anniversary on November the 25th. So I'm very glad to be here and to open this panel discussion, which we will learn a lot of things today. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Niranjan.
Good afternoon. It's just about 12:20 p.m. in the UAE today. We've got a public holiday today because of our National Day. Well, I've been a part of Cargo Line for the past 10 years, and I've grown up through the ranks to now be an equity shareholder in the company and the CEO. Cargo Line, does a lot of things, but a couple of things that we're really good at is in managing luxury fashion business. As you all know, Dubai has got a lot of glitz and glam, and a lot of luxury fashion brands have opened up their offices here and their boutiques. So we move a lot of freight for them. And a new industry that we are pivoting towards is to do with solar. And so we are working with turnkey solar contractors in Africa and in the Middle East, moving all of their shipments to the project sites. And that's an interesting development. We're a member of North Star, and we're also a member of X2, and it's wonderful to meet everybody here.
All right, thanks, Niranjan. Okay, let's go to Wim. You can just unmute your microphone, Wim. Can't quite hear you yet.
Sorry, that didn't work the first time.
Can hear you now.
Well, second time. Good morning, everybody. I'm Wim Vertongen, Commercial Director of Antwerp Cargo Movers. We are a part of the Gosling Group, located in Antwerp, specializing in lots of break bulk and out-of-gorge shipments via our own terminal development in Antwerp. We are part of G7, but also X2, Asia Global. And I'm very excited to share our insights together here. Let's see what comes out.
All right, amazing. Let's move on to Richard.
Hey guys, thanks for having me. I'm noticing there's not a lot of fun facts being said. So
yeah, well, you can start it off, Richard.
But look, I'll start with who we are. Kelvin Global Logistics is headquartered in Sydney, Australia. I'm based in Sydney. I'm currently sitting in Auckland, New Zealand, where it's about 9:20 in the evening. Kelvin Global has a pretty extensive coverage around the Oceania regions. We've got 3 offices in Australia, 1 in New Zealand, 2 in Fiji, 1 in PNG. We've got the Pacific Islands region very well covered, and very much involved in the import FAK and export FAK business. Very excited to be here tonight and to share some insights. Looking forward to hearing from the other panel members as well. Fun fact, I started the company when I was 22 years old, so we're 35 years old this year. That'll give you some idea on my age, so a bit of a giveaway. But pleasure to be here, and thanks for having me.
It's awesome to have you, Richard, and thanks for sharing the fun fact. And moving on to Jean-Paul Cares. Hope you can also share something personal about yourself.
Good morning, everyone. I'm working for LV Logistics. We are in the business more than 100 years already. We kind of grown into the world. Our head office is still in the Netherlands, but we have 36 offices now worldwide. Around 1,000 people working for us. Let's say our main business is always related to the oil and gas industry. All our customers are related to that industry. One of our main points is that we have our own trucks and warehouses in almost every country we are based with our office as well. So we try to keep everything as much as possible in-house. But of course, we are not in every country, so always in need of good agents. And happy to be in this panel discussion. Anything nice to say might be I almost missed this panel discussion because I arrived at the office this morning, but I forgot my laptop. So with the traffic jam, I was just in time.
Wow, we're happy that you made it, though. Thanks for being here. All right, so last up we have Louisa. Hi, Louisa.
Hi, good morning. Sorry for my late, so I had an issue on the traffic, even if it is very early here. So my name is Louisa. I'm representing NVO Express. We are on a few networks from RW Solutions, like Cold Chain, Emerge, and Latam. Our company has now 21 years old. Basically, our job it's the air freight, the ocean freight. We do a lot of ship spare and AOG, time critical. Nowadays, especially on the we are having the increase of service on the time critical OBC and mainly on the project cargo, which has been increasing on our company since 2024, and it's going to be growing on 2025 as per the shipments confirmation already. So our company is not very big. We are placed in Portugal and cover all Portuguese ports. including the Portuguese island. And we are very proud to be different kind of freight forwarding company due to our service. So my challenge is just ask us why. Thank you.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, Lisa.
All
Okay,
right,
so now we're going to
so-
move on to our second question. Don, what is our second question for today?
Yeah, so any of our panel can chime in if they have an opinion on this, but how do you find your talent these days, and what challenges do you encounter, and how do you overcome them? So, Luisa.
Yeah, can I go?
Mhm.
Okay, it's really hard to find out people and the right person nowadays on our business, because it is a specific business. So we decided to create the professionals by our own. This is the path that we found. So these kind of people, they don't know anything about our jobs, our skills, our needs, especially. So we decided to teach these people from the zero. This is obviously a huge challenge, because you need to have people to get involved with all the rest of the people, to training them since the phone answering till the shipments by themselves and the customer service. So for the time being, with the two examples that we have been successful. So because of that, we will continue to do it and to hire young people, especially the young people. I know that most of the people may think, so you are wasting your time training these people. Within the next 2 years or 3, they will be leaving. Not if we take care of them. We increase them, their curiosity. We make them to be happy on the work, on the job. So not only by the full conditions on the company, but also by the payment. So for the time being, we have been very successful on this due to the motivation that we have been praising on the company.
All right, thanks for that. Anybody else have something? How about Richard? Would you like to chime in?
Yeah, happy to go next. We've got a three-pronged approach to the age-old problem of getting talent when you need it. We've got succession planning, we've got graduates, and we've got talent pooling. So every single one of our leaders is charged with maintaining a talent pool. So we never stop looking. We're always looking for talent. If we come across talent in our day-to-day interactions with other companies, they don't even have to be other freight forwarding companies. We'll engage with that person. We'll encourage our leaders to go and have a coffee, maintain a talent pool of people that just stand out, so that when we do have opportunities coming up, we can re-engage with those people and see if they're available to take up a position. We've got an internal graduate program where we're bringing in graduates. We've been doing that for about 5 years now. They're coming from university. They have a very good attitude towards business. They've got a great work ethic. And we place them in roles, make sure we've got the training involved necessary to bring them up. And we're just now looking at doing that same thing on a sales cadetship. And then succession planning. So we're always, including myself, we're always telling our leaders, identify someone within your organization who can take your role, because we're growing at such a large rate that we want our best people to be deployed in the biggest opportunities. So if we've got a branch manager somewhere, if they've got a succession plan with 1 or 2 people in their organization or their branch that could take their role, that's great. We really encourage that and nurture that. So that three-pronged approach we find means that whenever we're looking for talent, we can usually find it fairly quickly.
All right, thanks, Richard. How about Niranjan? You had your hand raised, so something to add?
Right. So I think some of the strategies that the panelists have already discussed. So Richard and Louisa is about getting freshly qualified people and then training them to your liking and training them with the values. That's awesome. But for us, our journey, we're still on the path of adding a lot of people. So we are about 70 people now. And what I realized is the first 20 people wasn't very difficult because I could, knock on my connections and be able to get them on board. But after the 20 people, it wasn't difficult to attract people, and it still isn't. But there's this 3-month mark, 3 or 4 months. And right at that time, either people want to leave because the standards that we have are very, very high. And, people say, my goodness, what have I signed up to? Or we say that, the attitudes aren't fitting. And, some candidates ace interviews, but you really get to know them. And, when you actually are seeing them every day. So the first, let's say the 15 people that I have hired as a strategy. So these are my internal ambassadors who are promoting the culture of the organization with anybody that comes in. So just to be able to grow at pace, we've got a very efficient HR team. And like Richard said, we are always looking. We never stop looking. We always have a pool of candidates. But, even with the pool of candidates, if we do close in on any of them, then it then becomes the job of the second layer to then instill the values and quickly assess. We don't like to hire and fire very quickly, but at the same time, if we know that there's a certain talent that isn't a good fit, then either we encourage that talent to move on or, we replace. So that's one of the ways that we make sure that the company's growth isn't stymied because of people, because in our business, there's still a way to find customers, but once you bring a customer on board, growth can definitely stymie, or you can lose the relationship forever if you have the wrong person speaking to the customer, or let's say the wrong team members with the wrong attitude. So we're a little careful on that. And in addition to the strategies, I just have a robust layer of senior management that is instilling the values of our company. That's what I'd like to add.
Okay, thank you, Niranjan. All right, and hand up also from Wim.
Yes, good morning. I think some of the things already have been said. It's every organization needs people in all kind of ages and all kind of stages of their career. We have our graduate program with the local forwarding and logistics school as well, where we every year also introduce our company and give some speeches inside of the school already. And after that, also trying to attract the best of these guys to have their stage already with us. That's on one side. On the other side, like Niranjan also said, you depend on your own network, but if you make your people also enthusiastic about your company, or make it their feeling that it's also their company, they take part in that every day, then with every new person you have in your company, you grow your network, because every new people inside of your company knows a lot of other people. So it's a growing network that also helps us there. Keeping up the search the whole time. There's no use to only start looking when you really need it. Then you need your talent pool, that's for sure. Otherwise, you're far late. And of course, also, we keep an eye open via the more professional ways, as I call it, the headhunters and the selection committees and also let them introduce talent to us. But I must say, this is only like 30–40% of the people we hire. On the same hand, instead of having to look for people the whole time, we also put a lot of effort and focus on growing our own people inside the organization and making them feel enthusiastic about the company and grow with them together. That's make it more like a family and a good team.
All right. Jean-Paul also wants to add. He's got his hand up.
Yeah. I totally agree on Wim. We are using our employees network for at least 95%. We are a family-owned company still, and to fit in, it's totally different than working for example, Kuehne+Nagel, Schenker, all those guys. So we're always using our own employees to extend our company. And beside the fact, we are working a lot with trainees, and if they are well and they like it, hopefully we keep them on board. Those are our main things. Actually, we are not using any recruiters or something. We are not using that.
Okay. And let's hear also from Jose Luis.
Is a microphone still muted?
There you go. So one of the main things that is very successful to us is using referrals for existing employees who understand the demands of the freight forwarding. You know, we got people who's been with us for close to 15 years, so they know one each other from some other companies, and they try them to get people from that they know very well, that they work well, and in that way, you know, they can get into the company and try to spread how we culturally work, and it's very, very, very successful, for instance, for us. Thank you.
All right. We'll go ahead and move on to our next question. So we have just as much time to expound on all of the topics. What's our next question, Joanna?
Okay, so our third question for today is, how do you define KPIs and goals and measure success? And also, how do you motivate your talent? All right, does anyone want to start, or I'll nominate someone? All right, Luisa.
Sure. Can start. Okay, so at NVO Express, we are not that big to have KPIs, but we have annually goals, of course. They are marked on the beginning of every year, and it depends on the market situation, on what we need, and basically what we want to achieve on the next year. So and we have been successfully on these, mostly because of the motivation work that we do in our company, which is the biggest challenge, of course, for most of the companies. And on our company, we believe that we give them the tools and to strain the communication, to have them pleased on their job on a daily basis. So communication inside the company is a way very important within everybody, and each one of them knows what is their role inside the company, and to have the great work environment, to motivate them on a daily basis, to make them part and involve them also on the important decisions on the company. So we listen on them on a daily basis. We try to ask them if they are okay. So we motivate them by the talk. and by just being interested on them, on their work, on their life, on a daily basis. Usually on my case in our company, by the way they say good morning, I can understand if the good morning is a good morning, or something happens. Most of the times when something happens, I ask them to close the door and to let me know what's going on. Sometimes it's personal stuff. Sometimes you just need to spread one tear, or they just need one hug. Doesn't matter if it is a woman or a boy. I can let you know that one of my tough boys just fell down and started to cry because of a personal issue. And he told me that he did not cry for the last 25 years. So because never in his life anyone asked him, how are you? So this is what motivates me. Obviously, there is the working parts, and for me, the most important is the people. It's to know how they are and to congratulate them for the amazing job they do on all their efforts on a daily basis, and also to provide them a range of motivations inside and benefits inside the company. That I could be another 10 minutes, but I don't want to monopolize the meeting, so better to give the word to another partner.
All right, let's go in order of the hand raising. I think Wim was next in the queue. Go ahead, Wim.
Yeah, I think Louisa said some very interesting things. I think indeed to keep your people or to have your people motivated, a genuine personal interest from management is really, really necessary. There's too many managers who are just there for the business, and at the end of the day, don't even know or don't want to know about the people working for them. We keep saying it's a people's business, and if you make the goals your own goals and do not involve your people, then it's not their goals. And if it's not their goals, it's not going to happen. You're going to be the one the whole year nagging and complaining and whatever, but they will be like, what the fuck, this is not what we discussed, you know. So I think it's always finding a good balance between their personal input on the KPIs also, and how the company should evolve, and of course keeping a straight line, because if you're having 20 or 100 people, you can listen to everybody, but you cannot give everybody 100% their choice. But in the end, it has to be a good mixture of all good ideas, and in that way, like 80% of the people will find their idea also in the company strategy. Of course, you will never do well for 100%. That is also why all the time your personnel is evolving. Some people are leaving, other people are coming. This is the organic process of a company. But I think it's far, far underrated still today how important personal involvement is with your people. Like 50 years ago, I think it was very clear. There was the boss said, it's like this, and everybody was like, yes, 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 because they were all afraid to lose their job. This is not going on anymore. People are able to find another job like this, certainly in our business. So if you want to keep all people or your people motivated and to grow your company, or make them feel it's also their company, then this is the way to go. Make it personal.
All right,
Awesome.
thanks, Wim.
All right. And Richard, I think Richard also had something to share with us.
Yeah, so I think the key word there is goals. It's really important to know where you're going and why you're going there. So a strategic plan for a business is super important. And then be able to break it down from there into smaller chunks. So we've got a strategic plan at the moment, which we created around 3 years ago, and it was a 5-year plan we call K 2026. And then we were able to break down our budgets over 5 years based on that, and then KPIs derived from that. So we're pretty much knowing where we're going 5 years out from before we get there. So once we've got a strategic plan, then we put our budgets together, and the KPIs are then sort of drawn around that. And the KPIs range from revenue to gross profit dollars to gross profit percentage, on-time invoicing, and a few other things. So it's very clear. The strategic plan is derived by the leadership team. So as Wim said, it's really important you get buy-in from the team. We've got just over 100 people now, and we've been able to gamify it to a degree. And one of the ways that we motivate the team is through transparency. So we basically manage our work weekly, and we measure ourselves weekly. So that any Kelgan team member from top to bottom can log in and see how their branch is doing on a weekly basis, on a daily basis. But not only that, they can see what other branches are doing. So we've got 7 branches at the moment. All 7 branches can see what each other are doing on a weekly basis in terms of their KPIs, their revenue, GP, etc. So that level of transparency and then gamification on top of it really creates that buy-in all the way through the organization, and almost becomes a very good-spirited competition between the branches. So having that long-term goal, being able to break it down into smaller chunks and make it all very structured and very clear, really does get quite effective buy-in, we find, from the whole group.
All right. Well, Neerajan had something to add as well, so we'll hear from Neerajan before we move on to the next question.
Right. So look, as forwarders, unfortunately, we don't control a lot of things. So you can't control when the ship comes in. You can't control. You really lose control when it comes to anything operations when it within the shipping lines. There's ETAs, ETDs. Everybody hides behind that. I'm talking about the carriers. So when you can't really control the operational steps to that level, the only 2 things that we've found that we can to some degree control is the feelings of our customers. So our goals start by asking our customers the question, are you happy or are you unhappy about something? And then from that we derive our goals. And when it comes to KPI, like Richard said, primarily the KPI is financial because we've got a unique system, right? Which is a job costing. Every shipment has a set of costs. Every shipment has a revenue. So you can easily, when you invoice a shipment, which is typically around the time of delivery or just after it, that you're fairly sure that the job is done. So for us, that triggers a lot of the other steps that can then be monitored. So in addition, just as a strategy, because people are listening in, I want to just share that in addition to the GP percentage, which is the gross profit percentage, revenue doesn't say anything about our industry, because when the freight prices increased 3 times, it didn't mean our market share increased. So we also measure the pass-through costs. What we've realized is, unfortunately, there's a lot of payments like reimbursements and disbursements that we end up doing to a lot of carriers, port authorities, as a part of our service that we provide, whether it's customs brokerage, transportation, freight. So one of the metrics that we've defined within our accounting software is something known as a pass-through charge. So every customer then gets slotted into, an ideal customer, a valued customer, somebody who is, and then 2 other categories, which, isn't desirable. So, we call it the customer value score, the CVS. So it's now become a language where our admin, our sales, and our finance team, they speak about the CVS score of a customer like people speak about grades. I'm in band 2, I'm in band 3 within companies. So these are some of the ways that we have brought in some bit of measurement into how we are doing things. And just to answer the question about motivating talent, there are many strategies, but one thing that we do, which Louisa touched upon, is every morning when people check in, and people can check in through an app from home, from office, there's a lot of flexibility. There's also there's a smiley face indicator. So we have, I'm happy, I'm sad, that mood check over a period of time gives a fantastic pattern. I've seen this in my kids' school when they do that, because kids don't really express themselves very well. And my daughter is only 5 years old. And I used that from that a couple of years back. And then that's working really well. The managers are tasked to make sure that people feel good about coming into work or checking in. That's it. Thanks.
All right. I think we're going to move on to our fourth question. Dawn, what is our fourth question?
How do you provide growth opportunities, and do you communicate this with your talent? So who would like to chime in on this one?
Yeah,
I can be.
Sure.
If no one wants to start, I can be the one again.
All right, Louisa, sure.
So on our company, because people really matters, and there is no work without people. And if we are not interested on the people, we might close the company. So we continually training and support the team. There is no employees and bosses here. We are all colleagues. We are all partners and supporters. So we do work on the growing on a daily basis by training, by support them, to encourage them to learn, have them to have lessons, mental. We are working on the mental program for over 1.5 years within inside the company, and it helps them to grow as far as professional concerns, and also as a person on their private life, and to provide them amazing opportunities. We don't do it on the way to expect them to have other feelings on their expectations. So the most important is how they do feel, how they do grow within the company, to move forward from one place to another with our full support. It doesn't matter if we have to pay lots of training per year. We have what the law says. The law says 35 hours a year of training, but whenever they decide, also it's also give them the opportunity to learn different training sessions within the business, and sometimes out the business, but it's going to be related also on the near future with the business. So this is how we work with them, and especially to support them on everything that we believe is going to be a must for them.
Mm-hmm. All right. Wim, do you have something to add there, or should we go to Niranjan?
Well, I think this kind of little informal talks are far underrated. To find and the growth opportunities and how to communicate with your talent. It used to be like every year, once a year, you had this this talk one by one to your people. This was very formal. And I think in a way you can say that nobody was being honest. Everybody was just being polite. And in the end, this was all about, did I perform well? Is my bonus going to follow? And that was it. You don't get any feeling out of this. This is only also nurturing the idea that the whole year people just shut up and do their job. And once a year, they are being heard. And at that point, most of them are already like, you know what, fuck it. I don't want to talk about it anyway. So I think this open communication idea should be there the whole time. And let's say, okay, put this coffee machine over there, and these little talks at the coffee machine or at lunch break, joining each other at the table, being there also as the management, maybe not all the time, but involve yourself in there, and you can pick up things. They should feel that they can say the same things to each other if you're there or if you're not there. This is when this culture is there, then you get the most ideas out of your own organization, and you can give that back. In this way, okay, you know, you get the ideas from the organization, you give it back to the organization, everybody will feel, okay, yeah, this is also my idea, so I'm going for that. No need even to coach them, because they will take it up themselves. This is something I cherish a lot, and I've seen in the last 5 to 10 years, by focusing a lot on that atmosphere in the whole organization is becoming more and more positive. You get a positive feeling, idea about your organization and your own organization. Because let's face it, logistics, it's a bunch of shit. This the whole day, every morning you wake up and you know what's gonna be today. You know, shipping line's gonna fuck up, the trucker's gonna be late, customer's gonna be complaining, blah blah blah. So you, at least your own company, your own people, should feel the same about what is our way to handle this, and how are we gonna communicate with the customer. And let's face it, we want to be the best. If we are not one, if our people don't want to be the best, then we will not be the best, and then somebody else will take the customer and our company will go down. That's the whole idea. You can just tell everybody, or you can make them feel the same way. That's a big difference.
All right. Thank you, Em. Let's try to, we're already approaching the 1 hour mark, so we'll just try to go through this a little bit quicker if we can. So we'll go ahead and have Niranjan say some stuff. We'll go down the line, but if we can kind of keep it short, so we have one more question after this.
I'll keep it super short. My top talent knows what they're going to make after 6 months. It's a very difficult thing to bring up, but once you've mastered that art, and you're not going to get it right all the time, because you know people are different, but my top talent knows what they're going to get after 6 months. Another thing is, when people make mistakes, as long as they've not been completely blind and negligent, the company, it's always the company's mistake. So when we demonstrate that the company pays for the fines and you know mistakes, people feel very empowered. Yeah, so that's it from me.
Okay. John Paul?
Yes, the most important thing for me is not everyone is having the same ambition. One guy wants to be the CEO and the other one is just happy within their current role. So the most important thing is to know what people really want and make it fit into them. If we look at young people, we have a young talent program. They are able to go to another office. For example, we are having some people from Azerbaijan office now at the moment at our head office, just for 3 months, have a look at how we work, get known to our customers, get known to our market. That's one of the things we do. And the second one is we involve young people into everything. So they are joining us with exhibitions. They are joining us with dinners with customers. If they think going to an exhibition on their own is a good thing to do, go whatever you want to do. It makes really sense to let them see the world of logistics themselves, and we are just their backup.
All right. Thank you, Jean-Paul. All right, Richard.
Yeah, well said, Jean-Paul. I think firstly, you've got to have a growth mindset. If you've got a growth mindset and, you know, a vision, and, you know, think big to a degree. Don't be afraid to think big. If you've got that growth mindset, you're creating new opportunities. And if everyone's on board with that growth and that strategic plan, then, you know, you're making it very known to everyone from top down that our preference is to promote from within. And, you know, if you want to do a business course at a university or a one-day sales course, it doesn't matter what it is. If there's personal growth involved, go for it. We've got an internal training department, which we have the Calgon Learning Academy. So we've got a lot of resources internally to upskill. So that promoting within and having a growth mindset really creates new opportunities. And I think we communicate that quite well.
Okay, thank you. And lastly, Jose.
Right. To grow opportunities with the offer cross-functional training to expose employees to different aspects of freight forwarding, such as operation, customer service, and sales. We'll try to encourage them to try to get diplomas in freight forwarding, yet the certification, as well as provide leadership development programs to prepare high potential employees to managerial roles, for instance. Thank you.
Okay, thanks. All right, and last question is going to be a lightning round. Joanna, what do we have?
All right, this one's a fun one. So it's describe leadership with one word. Anyone has one word to describe leadership?
Yes.
Yes? All right, Richard, tell us.
Inspire.
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very good one. And Jose? We're not able to hear you at the moment, but if you unmute the mic.
For me, in my opinion, empowerment.
Right, empowerment. Very good. And Louisa? Oops, we got the mic on mute at the moment. Just unmute it and
Okay, so my word is care.
care. Love that. All right, that's awesome. So anyone else has one word for leadership?
Yes. Growth coaching.
Growth coaching, technically 2 words, but it's close.
I made a hyphen there.
Hyphenated, okay.
Hyphened, but yeah. All right.
Because it says teamwork on the chat as well.
Okay,
right.
teamwork. It's amazing. Okay, well, what a fantastic discussion.
Aaron John, are you able to get one in there?
Well, I was thinking of empowerment, but leadership for me is a mindset. It's not just external, it's also internal. So I don't have one word, so I'll let it be.
Okay, that's all right.
All right.
Okay. We have trust also. What if anybody else in the chat want to give their opinions on leadership in one word as well? You can always trust. All right.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, all our panelists, Jose, Neerajan, Wim, Richard, Jean-Paul, and Louisa for sharing your insights. We've learned so much from you today.
Absolutely. And a huge thank you for your time and expertise. And thanks to everyone for tuning in and for being a part of the conversation. But before we go, we've got a couple of exciting things lined up for you. So first, I want to highlight the RW events calendar, your go-to resource for all our upcoming annual partnership meetings. And as you can see, we've got a whole bunch of events lined up for 2025, each designed to bring together professionals from across the freight forwarding industry to connect, learn, and collaborate. Whether you're part of X2, North Star, G7N, or any other network, we have something for you. So And these meetings aren't just your typical conferences. They're opportunities to forge new business partnerships, strengthen your network, and stay ahead in the industry. So make sure to mark your calendars and save the dates.
You don't want to miss out. Registration is now open and spots fill up fast. So head to our website at www.rwsolutions.com if you're interested to be part of any of our networks or to register today and secure your place for these amazing events in 2025. But before we move on to our final activity, we want to do another quick poll because we want to open the floor for a quick Q&A session. So this is your chance to ask questions related to today's discussion, whether it's about the challenges addressed, strategies for growth, or insights that were shared. We're here to provide clarity and a deeper context.
Absolutely, Joanna. And this is a great opportunity to dive deeper into the panel's key points. If there's something you'd like to explore further, or if you have a specific question related to our panel topic, don't hesitate to let us know now. You can type your questions in the chat, if any, and we'll ask the question to the panel. Let's check our chat group right now and see if we have any questions coming in. If we don't, that means we covered all of the bases with everything with all of the earlier questions.
All right, so that's
I have
that's
a question. I have a
Mm-hmm.
question for Richard, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Richard, you were talking strategy, right? And having a 3-year plan, having a 5-year plan. I thought that was very, very interesting and also very important. We just had our vision and mission for our different companies, and when we hired that company, we actually asked them to give us a strategy session, but we only had a vision and mission session actually. So can you help us maybe understand what's the difference between a vision mission and a 3 and a 5-year strategy? Because I thought it was, I thought there was a very important difference, what a vision mission is versus a 5-year plan. And what's the difference there,
Yeah, I think if I can use some analogies, I think the mission is the car and the strategy is the destination. So I think what we have, instead of a mission, what we developed was a brand essence. So we spent a lot of time talking about what's important to us as a company and as people in terms of our core values. And we came up with a brand essence of delivering dependability. We felt that was really at the core of everything we do. So in terms of our mission, we deliver dependability. And in terms of the strategy, it's a 4-pillared approach. So we have 4 pillars that underpin our strategic plan over the next 5 years, one being digital, one being commercial, one being people, and the other one is acquisition. So those 4 things drive all of our decision making. So whenever we're making key decisions between now and K26, does it promote K26? So it's really important to know who you are and where you're going.
Do you normally use a facilitator for that, or is that done in-house, or how do
we used a facilitator for the brand essence side of things, and we felt that what they were trying to do beyond that really wasn't a good fit for what we were. We then through creating an advisory board, we simplified the strategic plan. It's important that you don't overcomplicate it. So we got some industry leaders who are familiar with the industry, they're C-suite guys, and helped us build that strategic plan. And we kept it as simple as we possibly can, and it's very effective.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, we have a question over the chat from Marius Geyer. The question is, how do you treat staff that want to work from home? After COVID, this request increased, and it does not work for all individuals. Some are capable and some are not. What are your thoughts on work from home? Luisa?
I must say, well, I was answered to that question. On our company, that was not an issue at all. So we leave the freedom of the people to work from home whenever they want or they feel necessary or whatsoever. And so we make people comfortable to stay at home or not. But we found out that nobody wants to stay at home. Everybody wants to come to the office. So it's crazy when I say this worldwide, but that is the reality. If you come to the office today, everybody's at the office, even those that lives nearby, even those that lives very far away from the office, they rather prefer to come to the office than to stay at home. So it's not an issue for us. But on our company, they are free to stay at home if whenever they want to work from home. There is no restriction at all.
Great, thanks, Luisa. All right, if there's no more comments on or any more further questions, we can go ahead and move right along with the program.
All right, so speaking of connecting, we'd love for you to get in touch with today's speakers, and their contact information is right here on your screen. So don't hesitate to reach out for any follow-up questions, collaborations, or just to keep the conversation going.
And before we go, we'd appreciate it if you could take 2 minutes to complete a short poll. Your feedback will be very invaluable in helping us improve our future discussions.
So we really appreciate your time today. And once again, a huge thank you to all our panelists and to you as well, our amazing audience. Stay connected, and we look forward to seeing you at our next event.
All right. Have a great day, everyone.
Now he's thinking about me every night. Oh, is it that sweet? I guess so. Say you can't sleep, baby, I know that's that me espresso. Move it up, down, left, right, oh, switch it up like Nintendo. Say you can't sleep, baby, I know that's that me espresso. I can't relate to desperation. Might give a fucks or on vacation. And I got this one boy, and he won't stop calling when they act this way. I know I got him. Too bad your ex don't do it for you. Walked in and dream came true for you. Soft skin and not perfume for you. Yes, I know I melted into it for you. Yes, that morning coffee brewed for you. Yes, one touch and I'm brand new for you. Now he's thinking about me every night. Oh, is it that sweet? I guess so. Say you can't sleep, baby, I know that's that me espresso. Move it up, down, left, right, oh, switch it up like Nintendo. Say you can't sleep, baby, I know that's that me espresso. Holy shit. Is it that sweet? I